Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. Welcome back again. We are still playing Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven, but I think that today may be our last foray out in search of one of the Oracle's memory crystals. Here we are in eel-infested waters. You may remember our brief sojourn here before as the place where we came to get Master Light Magic training, down on one of these islands right here. But what we are concerned with today is Castle Alamos. And that's where we're headed. So, we have finally gotten rid of the Temple of Ba, or the Cult of Ba. We have gone through Castle Kriegspire. We have put Castle Darkmoor behind us, thankfully. This is the only one left. These are all the quests that are left in our book, and Crystal Beta is what we're here to do today. So, without further ado, here we are. The first fortress dedicated to magical research. Its remote location provided secrecy for the mages and protection for the populace in the event of an accident. Well, that's considerate, although I doubt that first part. I mean, magic's been around for a while. Maybe the first one in Enroth. And of course, these statues don't really inspire confidence, do they? These are our friends from Garrick's Forge and various other dungeons that will no doubt drive us just as crazy as the maddening eyes in Castle Darkmoor. But that's alright, guys, because this is the last one. We are almost there.
Where could we be? Got a bad feeling.
That's a terrible sound. We know that sound, don't we? Oh, a choice right away. Look at this. Two long hallways. At least this one has a little bit brighter architecture than the last one, right? Castle Darkmoor is a cave, literally and figuratively. But this one, textures make it a little bit brighter. So, what do you say, peeps? Shall we go left, or shall we go right? Both of them are probably horrible, just so you know. Ooh, left. That's true. Left is tradition, for sure. Alright, well, left it is. And I'll pause here so you can kind of see there are windows in this hallway. There we go. Now, this is an enemy that is just all through Castle Alamos. We have not really... Yeah, this is a great place for a fireball, provided we don't hit the windowsill, of course, since now everyone who can use fire magic is a master level training, but yeah, friends. Yes, I would love to be friends with these ladies. Unfortunately, they're not here to make friends. Now, these are enemies that actually appear elsewhere in the game. We have seen them earlier. They were outside Icewind Keep. So it's been a while since we've interacted with them because we didn't stop to really depopulate the area outside of Icewind Keep. These are Magyars. There we go. Let me see if I can find just a regular... There we go. So, yes, these savage Amazon warriors... Right? There's the soldier, who is the second tier, and then the matron, who is the top tier. And they have basically two gimmicks. The first one is they sword you to death, and if the swording does not work, then their second trick is lightning. They love lightning bolts. Now, they haven't noticed us yet, so we're just going to kind of let them be. Alright, we'll deal with them later. Here's a gimmick we haven't seen since the Hall of the Fire Lord. Well, so we can jump down there and go through one of those holes, but first, I think since they've provided us with this completely OSHA non-compliant walkway, we should probably check that out, don't you? Oh boy, yay! My other favorite thing, elementals. Alright, well, we're going to put this this wall against our back a little bit to protect us from behind as much as we can. We've seen these, of course. They were outside of the lair of the wolf, and we've seen them in the desert. We haven't really fought them, though. So here we are. There's the Twister. That's the baby of the group. I don't see an air spirit yet. I think there's one back there. We'll see them in a minute. And there is the air elemental. That's the top tier. Alright. Now, of course, they've got fairly high physical resistance, but we've got heroism on, so... the small ones are going to go fairly fast. These bigger ones, however, I'm probably going to spare and incinerate for. Oh boy, more branching corridors. Love that. Well, there are enemies down this one, so let's just start there. Can we reach them? Yes, good. Alright. And Tommy's fireball is almost as good as Debbie's now that he's a fire magic master himself, so... Of course, she's still wearing Morgan. But with Theresa's help, I think that Tommy will do just fine. There we go. Alright, well, so... shall we go north down this tunnel, or shall we continue on this way, down the actual, like, masonry work hallway? I'm trying to see kind of what's down there. It looks like a narrow passage. Down the hall? We can do that. At least we can pick up these bodies this way, right? Y'all have to help me keep an eye out on our haste spell, because I'm still having Debbie cast that. We've got almost 2 hours left. Ooh. Hi, friends. It's these guys. We knew that they'd show up. Well, at least the purple ones are the only ones that can drive us insane, so we'll just focus on them, shall we? Oh my... they got him already. Great. This guy right here. You know what? You die first. I don't have to put up with you anymore. There. Have some. You know what? I'm not even going to cure their insanity until this guy is dead. Here. You know what, Lucy? You're a master of body magic. Why don't you help out? Ah. Oh, well, 15 damage wasn't that impressive, but that's okay. That's a little better. And you know what? What is Tommy's quick spell? I kind of forget. Flying Fist. Okay. Since he's a druid...
Okay.
There we go. I think Incinerate will work a little bit better in this dungeon overall. There. What? Oh, there are Magyars here too. I heard the sword swing and was like, excuse you? You. Okay, there's no way that we're hitting him from here. We'll just step back here and cure our insanity. Ugh. There we go. They look tired of this. I'm tired of this too. Haha. Really? Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god. There are no other warlocks. It's just that one down in the pit. Okay. Come on. We can probably just shoot him now. Yeah. That's pretty par for the course, isn't it? Okay. But at least they're mostly gone now, so... I just wish we could do, like, some resistance to insanity or something. The Magyars aren't really much of a threat. They are, once again, as with previous dungeons, mostly here to, like, create some contrast with all of the magical enemies. And they're technically still spellcasters themselves, but you have to fight them just a little bit differently than you do these warlocks. These guys still pack a punch, so I'm going to take them seriously, but I also am going to enjoy beating them to death with our hands, versus I'm not going to kill every single one of them with Incinerate and Flying Fist. It's just not necessary. Because, of course, now with the Horn of Ross, we can actually see how many hit points they have. 227. That's not that bad when... you know, when we're doing, see, 60 damage a hit for Lucy. 73, 38. See, that's pretty good. I'm going to step up and sword this guy. Okay. And her too. Oh, she came closer. Thank you. You and your lightning bolts. Oh my gosh. They were auto-targeting something closer. Now, hit that guy. That's my fault. I didn't have the cursor placed. Now. Let's take care of this dude. There. Much better. There. Well. Okay. Oh, one more. Down here under the bridge. Like the troll that he is. Come here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Shoo. What a room. Well, so, you can see that this room has a number of different exits and platforms. We're going to have to explore quite a bit of this. Here's a spell we haven't cast yet. Let's, I talked about it before. Whoop! There we go. That's the fastest and easiest way, since you can't fly indoors, to get back up onto this platform over here. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that haste spell. Hour and 14 minutes. Okay. Ah, those air elementals are annoying. You can hear them in the distance, making thunderclaps and... Okay. So, where do we go from here? Well, all of these pits actually go kind of to the same place. I believe that they just kind of connect up, and then there's a walkway to bring you back out. So see, here we go. There are no secret doors down in any of these as far as I'm aware. And then this just brings you back up here. So it's just something for you to kind of fall into. Now, we do, however, have this path, which will take us around to the north and down this way. One's going straight to the south, and then we have this one kind of off the corner. Which one do you guys think that we should go to? This one kind of wraps back around the way that we came and looks like it's going to continue back in that direction. Whereas these, yeah, see, this one especially is going to go into another, like, similar big room, probably full of Magyar and warlocks and things like that. Of course, we can handle that. South? Alright. Now, let's see. Ah! Oh, it's just more warlocks. On the other hand, it is more warlocks. Well, let's just kill this guy really quick. Oh, along with all of his many, many friends. Oh boy. Yep, there we go. Well, at least they're not dispelling all of our spells, I guess. Alright, let's have a little dragon breath. Zoltan can give us another one there. Boom. 14 points. Well, he is crazy, I guess. I keep trying to cast Flying Fist with her and forgetting that her quick spell is still set to shared life. There we go. That's a warlock too. Okay. We'll have him incinerate that guy. And let's see. Well, we're already mostly crazy. Let's just shoot him. Come on. There we go. That one behind. There's another warlock. Great. Oh, I punched the doorway. Let's get a power cure in there. Come on. There we go. Alright. Now, there is one more... Oh, there are multiple warlocks. It's not that I didn't foresee that. It's just that I like to expect the best from the world, and I'm often disappointed. Okay. Let's let them come to us. Okay, what did they break?
Nothing I can do.
It's alright, Lucy's got it.
fixed.
All of the elementals have that ability, of course, where they're going to break stuff a lot more often than you would normally expect. Let's cure a little of our insanity and see how long it takes to get back there again, anyway. Cure this weakness. Physicians, heal thyselves. Man, it's a good thing that we have protection from electricity on, is it not? Otherwise, we'd be in a bad way, because this dungeon is very, very heavy on lightning damage. Now, on the one hand, that's great because you really only have to protect against one thing. You know, the air elementals, the magyars, the warlocks, they're all throwing lightning bolts at you. And that makes it easy to prepare. On the other hand, man, those sound effects get annoying quickly. This is going to be another one of those, because it's a large and a complex kind of layered dungeon, where we're going to have to set some Lloyd's beacons with Tommy, and we're going to have to bow out for some spell points and maintenance. Come on. There we go. It's alright, they're coming to us. This is fine. If they want to keep coming in like 3s and 4s, we can take them that way. Let's have another fireball. If we can get them to clear the door, we can step in there and we'll be able to just kind of pick them off from a distance. Now, of course, that's the downside of this dungeon, is everything in here really is a spellcaster, and so that means that even at a distance, you know, you're looking at they're going to be shooting back. Haha! It's not actually what I wanted to do, but at least he's not shooting at us. Trying to get these warlocks. Let's see, he's got enough. We'll do one dragon breath with him. And then let's see if we can get a fireball around that corner with Tommy. If we aim at this one, there we go. It tells us what we need to do. Man, this is the lowest we've been on spell points that I think I can remember in a very long time. Come on, guys. Let's check their haste. 35 minutes. Okay. Guys, you've got to do better. You've got to.
Didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure I got that one that only had like 2 or 3 hit points. Well, there she goes. So now we have to kind of preserve Tommy's spell points to make sure that he can beacon here and then town portal us out. Alright. People are going nuts anyway. Let's just go full nuts. There we go. Come on. I don't want these guys back at full hit points after we leave and come back. The warlocks are the main ones because, of course, they're the ones that cause insanity. He's got plenty. I'm going to risk an incinerate. Oh, he rolled low, of course. Alright, we got him, though. Okay. Whew. That's a rough shape to be in, though, folks. Let's head back down this hallway, I think. Here, we have a nice little closet to stand in. Normally I'm anti-closet, but today... now here's the real trick. We're going to set a beacon, and then she doesn't have enough to town portal us out, so we have to wait for a few turns until she regenerates enough, or probably until Tommy kind of comes back online. In the meantime, those fools out there are just going to run around and not really do anything, so we're fairly safe. There we are. Shoo-wee. Hey, but you know what we're not having to do this time? Haha. We are not... Oops, actually, we are not having to reapply our protection spells like every 10 seconds.
Can we assist you?
There we go.
Be with you.
Shoo. Go, Tommy, go. Indeed. Tommy really pulled it out there. He's the hero today. Okay. Now, I think this is enough. Like, we're kind of down to where we can just focus on mostly shooting them. Oh, there's the Dust Devil. So I was wrong. The Twister is the middle one. The Dust Devil is the baby of the group. There we are. We'll just focus on arrows and we'll save our SP for healing spells right now. I don't know why I'm standing so far out of the doorway when there are perfectly good targets right here. There we go.
Alright, we got him.
Shoo. There we go. I respect a spellcaster with loads of hit points. I do. It's hard to achieve, but also, please stop bothering us. Phew. Goodness gracious, y'all, what a room. Yes, nerds go home. Well, actually, I can't say that, because if I said that, I would have an empty chat, wouldn't I? I'd have to log out myself. Be fair. Ooh. 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 Oh no! More friends. I see you trying to cast that insanity spell. Stunlock him! Stunlock him! Frame perfect! There we go. Shoo! Well, that's another room cleared. There are many more left to go. We should probably go back and investigate that little closet over there, though. It looks like it dead ends. I bet it doesn't, though. Ah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. It's a closet full of warlocks. Well. Of course. You know what? Let's stuff these nerds in a locker where they belong. Don't you cast spells at me, you spellcaster. Get out of here. Shoo. There we go. This doesn't open from this side, but you can see it looks like that comes right back around to that other hallway. Ah, but here's the good stuff. Lucy, would you do the honors? Nice. That's a lot of cash.
Ho!
Okay.
Ho!
Okay.
Aha!
Alright. Some more cards. This key, which we will need. Teleporter key. Well, that's fascinating. And this.
Very nice.
Ooh, hey. Wonder if that's better than what he has on. This is personality plus 7. You know, I think that it probably is. Let's go ahead and change that out. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Put these cards down here.
I don't know.
Dropping a lot of power staves, or staves.
Ah. Aha!
Unenchanted. Well, we know what to do with those. And, oh, why did I do that? That's what I just enchanted. My goodness gracious. And yes, sell them is the correct answer. Probably. Depends on what enchantment she puts on them. You never know.
I don't know.
Very nice.
That's actually not bad. That would have been great a lot earlier in the game. Okay. Let's see. There's a hallway over there. That's this one. There's a chest. And there is nothing. Well, we know we can get back up here. Let's hop down and see what's going on. What's all about. A pool of water. Unlabeled. Presumably totally safe. Let's see this tree. Ah, here we go. So here's the gimmick of this dungeon. Etched into a tree, a message reads, "The fourth is 8 from the end. Archibald really is your friend." First of all, we know that's a lie. Second of all, and probably more importantly,
Got it.
that is part of a code. Ah, another key. Good, good, good. Treasure room key. Well, ho, 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 ho. Now you're talking my language. Let's see. Rate of recovery, staff of fire, cold resistance. Okay, well, it's alright. She's had better days. So, yes, once we reach a certain point here in Castle Alamos, they're gonna demand a code from us. Let me go back here because this, see here, connects back to this first room, just so we can see. We will have to have a code in order to reach the Oracle's memory crystal. Fortunately, I know what the code is. That's something that I have never forgotten since the first time that I had to puzzle it out, because it is a pain in the butt. Ooh. Well. Let's see if we can get a fireball through there. Dare we try? Okay, well at least it didn't really hurt us. We'll come back for you, losers. The door is locked. Ah, it must be the treasure room because that's the key that Lucy had. Yes, indeed. There we go, and she has used it. Okay. I'm suspicious. I suspies. Lucy. My dear.
Ho!
Eh.
Ho! Ho!
Mmm. Okay. Alright.
Ah. Aha! Aha! Ah.
Some decent
Very
stuff.
Nice. Aha!
Okay.
Ah.
She can enchant that.
Aha.
Ooh, and enchant that too. Nice. We're no longer really like short on cash or anything, but it's still nice to find lots of money.
Aha! Ah. Very nice. Aha! Ah. Ho!
Zoltan and I disagree on some of the things he gets excited about, but okay, let's see. I forgot that she was carrying these things. Now let's see. Plus 10 to spell points, speed, and intellect, and this is just plus 10 to everything, so I think that's a straight upgrade from what she has, don't y'all? Let's give her that. She'll technically lose 10 spell points, but I mean, it's not like she's hurting for them. Let's see what we get out of that bow. And this ring. Alright. Nice. Some gems. These are some crystal gems.
Very nice.
Ah, great. Void's Beacon,
Ho!
Lightning Bolt,
Ah.
Lightning Bolt,
Ho!
Jump,
Very nice.
Finger of Death. All spells that we have, but hey, treasure
Very
is treasure,
nice.
right?
Very nice.
This will bring a pretty penny.
Aha! Ah.
Oh, okay. Notice that most of these aren't trapped either,
Ah.
which is wild to me.
Ah.
I think that we are going to have to actually stop by the shops and offload some of this junk, however, the next time that we go back for like spell points or what have you. More cash, a halfway decent ring,
Ah.
crummy dagger, crappy mace, low-level scrolls, and cure weakness. Alright. Let's see. This turned out to be fire resistance 11, 1 to 6 points of fire damage. I don't think that that's better than any of the bows anyone else has. Yeah, the stellar bow is technically better than the true crossbow at the base level, but I mean that's an enchantment of the dragon. We're not switching that out. Okay, well, hey, mostly free treasure. I'm not mad. I think we can all celebrate free treasure, right? Now. Oop, better check haste. Ha ha ha. There we go. Well, so that leaves us with this door to the north. Door to the North. Why does that sound like the name of a video game? I feel like I played that. Maybe not. And I am bypassing that right there because I want to go down here first. And... I was fairly sure that those connected up. Maybe a switch somewhere else lowers that wall. Okay. Now see, this brings us back into part of this big central area. No, that's correct, actually. May not be a bad idea to go back and check some of those. Yes, it was one of you that said it's a good idea to check chests twice because if they're full, but the randomizer or whatever programming bit it is that tells them to be full of treasure wants to put more treasure in there, and it doesn't have room, then it may still spawn. Crap. So that's actually a good idea, especially with those. Some of those are pretty full. Oh! Hello. Come on. That's alright. We'll just kill them as they come. Wow, that was quite a pile. Alright. One at a time, you know the rules. Oh. Well, we almost got out of it without anybody going crazy, didn't we? That's alright. That could have been much worse, so I won't complain. Phew. Now you can see there's no door on this side, but right there, that goes down into that area and it kind of circles around. So, let's go back really quickly. And we will double check the treasure room. Boing. Can hurt. Because the worst that happens is they're all empty. Okay. There is nothing in there this time. But that doesn't mean that there won't be next time, or that we should stop checking. Because it has happened before. Oh. This guy's in for a bad day. There's a way to get in there, too. I'm almost positive. We'll worry about that later, though. Okay. Gosh, I hope not. Okay, here we go. That's that. Alright, so now it's kind of back to the beginning. We can either head that way over there, or we can just go in here and go around this central room. What do y'all think? You want to just head for the middle? Or shall we go back and kind of flesh out the other side first? Back? We can go back. We've got a place with green gems now, so we can even rest here if we need to. Although, of course, I mean, we're a party full of epic level spellcasters. I don't feel a need to worry about camping. Oh, I forgot about this tunnel. Do y'all want to check this first since we're walking back past it the other way? Or shall we actually just, like, you know, keep going back towards the entrance? Because this does go on down here. I can see that passage at the end. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. A door. Did that... Ooh! That took the key that Lucy, or that Debbie was carrying. Okay. The teleporter key. Right. Okay, so this leads to all different places throughout the castle. But first it leads us to a treasure chest. Cash, cash. Nice. Ooh, we're starting to run out of room. Poison resistance 21, that's not bad. And a deck of fate. There we go. Okay, now. I'm trying to remember what these do. I feel like these are like exit points, maybe, for the teleporter. Something like that. This is a hallway full of Magyar. See, this bridge actually kind of crosses the corridor down below, and look at them clustered beneath us. So this is a great place to just do that for a while. Ooh, they don't like it. There's a few down, anyway. Right. It's like, surely this is safe. This is a peaceful and wholesome way to go. The giant treasure chest luring me down to the end of this corridor can't possibly be anything sinister. Doodly-doo, ding-dong doodly-dee. Now, Magyars, I don't know about y'all, I've got all day and 600 spell points. So, I mean, we can make this easy. We can make this like a teamwork effort here. Or you can make me do all the work, I guess. Alright, that's okay. Debbie's used to carrying the party anyway.
Okay.
And Tommy needs the practice. I think there's like one more, maybe.
Okay.
There we go. I believe that is all of them. Right? That's how they get you. It's always the second time. It's like, oh, wow, look at this consequence-free treasure. I love it. You know, how kind of them to put that there. And then you turn another corner, it's just like, well, oh, it's time to die. I see. Okay, well, I don't want to fool with the teleporter just yet, so are we going left or right here? Yeah, there are no mimics in this Might and Magic game. In fact, I'm not sure if those exist at all in the Might and Magic universe. So, those of you who have been made justifiably paranoid by Dungeons and Dragons can rest easy in Enroth. These stairs go down. These stairs go up. Left again. Alright. When in doubt, choose left. Why is this here? That is the question which defines Castle Alamos, honestly. Oh boy, okay. All these branching paths. Okay, well at least we know what we're doing here. Hello, ladies. Okay. Another one of those horrible tiny rooms with a pillar in the center to confuse things. See, look at this weird architecture. Honestly, they do it just to screw with us. I know they do. See, that's a window looking back out at the way that we just came. There's nothing here. Like, what even is any of this for? Oh my gosh. I know that didn't wear off. We had so much time left on that spell. On an hour of power. And we just recast haste. Did we walk over a dispel trap, maybe, back there? Is that what was hidden back there? That's how they got us. Finally. Okay, well... The pillar, yeah. That's probably what it was. Well, we've talked on here about WTF architecture before, and this game definitely does suffer from some of that. Right? And also just imagine just like the permits that you'd have to get, right? To build this place. Ugh. I shudder to think. haste back on as well. Now see, look, y'all are my witnesses. There are 11 hours on this spell. It's not going to wear off anytime soon. I will say this, though, even though some of the dungeons don't really make a lot of sense in the way that they're constructed, let no one say that they're anything other than interesting, because they definitely are. Oh, an exit. Well, this seems like a great place for another Lloyd's Beacon. Okay. Oh, yeah. You haven't heard of the Villainous Architectural Council? The VAC, or VAC for short? Well, in this world that would be Archibald, probably, if he wasn't turned to stone. Okay. So, that has brought us all the way back around here. Looks like we need to go visit those stairs, which I'm pretty sure that those are going to go maybe up to this room. Well, those went up, though. No, these are the upstairs. We turned left and went up, so these are the downstairs. I bet that does go back and connect to that room. Alright, so before we get too far away then, let's do that. Let's loop back around, and we'll try those other stairs. Ah, this one even the stairs I was thinking of. Look at this. Oh, there we go. It's hung up on architecture. Bam, bam. Another deck of fate. They really don't start giving you these things until, like, the very end of the game. Let's see. Accuracy. Oh, well, there we go. What was this? This was intellect. Who has the lowest intellect? Surprisingly, also him. It's nice to see a castle that actually has, like, a well inside. I mean, realistically, they all should, shouldn't they? Well, this is him again. Alright. Poor Zoltan. That was loud and close. Yeah, that's the indoor swimming pool for the warlocks. I'm willing to buy that. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Cool. This makes a square. So, here we are. This is the bridge. Right there. That's where we did our Ring of Fire trick. This comes around right here. Yep, and does in fact connect back to that big room. Whew! Well, children. We haven't done this in a little while. Let's have a little AoE fun.
Alright, we got him!
We did indeed. And of course they're going to flank us over here on the other side, but that's alright. It's just Magyars. Oh my goodness, how many... There we go. It's like you only had 21 more hit points, come on. I suppose I should take them a little more seriously and actually, like, target a single one until it dies instead of just pounding the A button, but... They make it so easy, though. Okay. And, yep, there we go. Ooh. And that goes back to our swimming pool. Okay. So we know where we're at. Let's clean out this hallway here. Hmm. 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 Well.
Ah!
Yes, indeed they are. Let's see. We'll do that instead. Yes, and they absolutely were named after that. For sure.
Ah!
There we go. That clears the room out just a little bit. Oh, boy. Okay, that one's a warlock. Hmm. Come on. Okay, cast or don't. Body magic. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, sure. Let's see if we can hit that warlock from here with an incinerate. Yes, good. Because honestly, I'm more worried about him than I am anything else in this whole room. Boom. 61 points. Oh, okay, well, he walked away. That's right, run, you coward! Honestly, I wouldn't presume to even have a theory on that. For several reasons, not least of which is I do respect the developers and their efforts, and I don't think that they were, for example, malicious when they used certain words in this game that are, that are slurs, like the G word. And so, honestly, they may have very thoughtfully picked this out and thought, oh, that's cool, a tribe of warrior women that are not Amazons. And that's interesting. Nobody else is doing that, and so they may have just kind of plucked it out and done that, and this is their sort of rendition of it. And I don't think that it was to do anything like typify or objectify the Magyars or what have you. So I choose to try and believe the best. I think that probably they just looked it up and thought that it was really cool. They did. They did. And I mean, like, things like the cannibal enemies that they have in here, like, it was still wrong 25 years ago. But I don't think that they did it out of malice. That doesn't make it right, but I believe that they were just trying to make the best and most interesting game that they could, and there's a lot going on here, so it's kind of like we talked about with Castle Darkmoor. It's a great game. It has its flaws. That's one of them. That doesn't stop it from being a good game. And anyway, I got off on that, but it's not like Magyar is a slur to begin with, so... Oh, more of them. But yeah, I'm not sure of the thought process behind it. Like I said, that would be my theory, maybe if I care to have one. Yeah, same. I would be interested to know why they picked that word and like where they got inspired to use it or where they heard of it first. Fireball. Damn. I'm gonna do another dragon breath. There we go. That's rewarding. Yeah, that's fair. It's kind of like a lot of people might not know much about Scythia, if not for Civilization. Like Civ 6 specifically, because it's the newest one and they made them a great empire. And so, the average Joe on the street, might not have any idea who the Scythians are. if not for Civ. Now, where did that other warlock go? He was just here. We know he was. He couldn't have run that far. Could he? Surely. Huh. Okay, well... Well, let's see. Should we go along this corridor here? Or there's one more room and we've got both sides of it open, and that way we can just loop back around to the other side of the castle. Shall we just go on down and complete this other room, you think? And then probably we can pop back and it might be time to sell some stuff and just refill Debbie's spell points. Because she's got, what, 77 out of 600? Make sure. I'm going to go ahead and recast Haste, too. So yeah, so shall we take this loop? Or shall we complete the central area? Trying to see where our warlock went. Oh, I wonder if that's him. Wandering around right down there. Maybe. Because this looks like it goes to a different area. Let's... If y'all don't have an opinion, I'm gonna go down here. Okay. Oh, there's a warlock. There's a warlock. Everywhere a warlock. Come on, come on. Get rid of that one first with way less hit points. The Magyar matrons actually do pack a decent punch, and they can take quite a few punches too. Like if we had tried to fight them outside of Icewind Keep, they're a much tougher enemy. Comparatively speaking, now, you know, they're not really a challenge, except in numbers. Especially once we're protected with, you know, protection from electricity. But nonetheless, the ones in green gloves you still kind of have to take seriously. Okay, you get shared life at. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting it's not Flying Fist. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah, I just recast it, so we've got almost 2 hours. Let's see, we've got enough for an incinerate. Ooh, nice. Don't you do it. Oh! Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you. Yeah, I know there's a quest in here somewhere. I've not run across it yet. Thankfully, they don't tease you in Castle Alamos. Or perhaps not thankfully. I'm not sure how I feel about it, where they don't actually, like, let you hear that the memory crystal is there. Uh-oh, is this... Ooh. Well, we found our other one. There we go, hey. But this isn't, like, the only one of the 3... No, because they don't do that in Castle Darkmoor either, I guess. So two out of the 4 dungeons, they kind of make fun of you by having you be able to hear the memory crystal as soon as you come in. And in this one, you have to kind of hunt for it. It is buried deep inside. Alright, let's go ahead. Cure Insanity. What is still... Oh... There's an air elemental in here. Yes, there it is. Let's cure that weakness. You can't have Lucy looking like that. Aha. Oh, we can hit that one. Well then, hey. Not directly. Like, the insanity status effect itself can't actually kill you, as far as I'm aware. Now, insanity does happen as a step on the way to death, for sure. Like, for example, if your characters don't sleep for too long, for, like, a very long time, they will go insane first, and then they will die. But insanity itself doesn't kill you. It's just like most status effects where it adjusts your stats. Alright, we're going to set another beacon here. And I think let's go ahead and head back to good old New Sorpagal. Y'all, it's so quiet here. I forgot to pick up these bodies. It's so morbid. I meant to go back and do that between episodes, and I just... well, we'll worry about that another time.
Hello, come on in.
Debbie needs a drink now. Wow, you must be working hard. She's not been drunk in a while.
Enjoy your stay.
Let's go ahead and do this in between.
Don't touch the merchandise.
Right. Let's see. Armor. Armor.
I don't know.
Armor.
Come back soon. Looking for a weapon?
Go. We'll sell all of this junk. And I almost hate to sell that staff because it would have been so good at an earlier point in the game, and we're just past that point. This is the worst part about killing NPCs, as far as I'm concerned, is, see, like it says peasant, right? And of course, if you kill a goblin or something and you right-click on it, like this one over here, it just says goblin. But like you right-click on this is Irma the Alchemist. This is Marshall the Alchemist. Oh my god, they were a couple! Jenna the Ditch Digger, like these were somebody. See, Erwin the Beggar, they're not just bodies, they're people. So... oh, I feel terrible. But we're Dark Magic Masters, so I guess that evens out.
Can I help you find anything?
Hey,
I
Wilma.
don't know.
Let's sell all of this stuff. I'm going to identify that first. And that ring as well. Just because you never know. That one I won't. That one's already in his inventory. I might as well.
Thanks.
Let's see. Okay. Amulet. Ring.
Ho! Ho!
We'll enchant that.
Can I help you find anything?
Help me find some deals.
Thanks. Come again.
Yep. Honestly, you know what? Since we're here, it might not be a bad idea to put some safety money in.
What can I do for you?
Let's put in... let's do half of it. There we go. That way if something terrible happens, we have $250,000 in the bank.
Can we assist you?
Okay, here we go. Back to the grind. Oh, torchlight. Day of Protection, an Hour of Power, and Day of the Gods. Of course, they cast so many spells. I keep forgetting Torchlight's not part of that package. Alright, I guess we should go here. A door. There's so many dead ends that you'd think would be a door, a secret door, a staircase, or something in Castle Alamos. Oh boy, this is getting complicated. Shh, look at this mess. At least that's a dead end, as far as we know, right? Castle Alamos is another one of those dungeons, I'll freely admit. I just don't have a great internal map, so every time I come in here I feel like I'm kind of rediscovering the place for the first time. Okay, we'll just do these rooms as we come to them, I suppose. Yeah, I get lost very easily, because It's one of those dungeons that I often kind of fly through in search of the crystal, and it doesn't help from a design perspective that if you know the password to the secret door where the memory crystal is kept, you don't actually need to go around and find all of the clues. Like, you'll notice there are some trees and things, these odd trees that are all through the dungeon. And I showed you a couple of them where you click on them and you get a clue. And I'm not going out of my way to do that with all of them, just because I know what the password is. And if you know that, you don't actually need the clues. There are no triggers in the game's coding that force you to, like... You don't have to treat it as though the characters don't know. Oh man, something got rid of our haste spell again. I know that didn't wear off, we just put it on. Look at that though, see all of those spells, it's like we lost 4 or 5 hours. It's like something is shortening the duration of our spells. Wow. We'll see about that. But yes, anywho, I do tend to get quite a bit lost in Castle Alamos. Here we go. The door won't budge. And it's because I will just rush through and use that password to just, you know, I'll just do the thing. I'll just run through, I'll grab the crystal, and then I'm out skis. Let's go up here, I think. Oop. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know if y'all can see that graphical glitch. There. Okay. That worried me for a second. I thought I was going to have to reboot. Okay. Ugh. My goodness. Okay, so this comes out here. Kids, we're really starting to, like, rack up the different, areas that we have to explore. Oh my. Let's see if we can get a fireball over there on those guys. Yes, good. Excellent. Wherever we can get a fireball, we can get a dragon's breath. I don't actually see any warlocks, so I'm just gonna kind of shoot at them and not panic and use any of our big spells. Oof. Oh. What is... Oh, okay. These spawn behind us. Well, what did they break?
It's fixed. It's fixed.
Oof. Something on all of them. This one. Here we go.
Fixed.
+9 accuracy. Lord knows he needs that. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. We don't want them breaking our stuff. Well, if we could hit anything... My goodness. They are really ganging up on us, aren't they? That's alright. We need a challenge, right? You know, that's a great question. I guess if I owned an evil castle, like, probably I would want a bunch of swimming pools too. Well, I mean, I'd want at least one. Come on. Shh, that is a lot of thunder and lightning. My gosh, there were a lot more there than we thought. There was like a stack of 3. Wowzers. Wonder if there's as many on this side. Let's find out. Come on. You can see their animation kind of poking through the other side of the wall. Okay. Looks like we're all right there. Phew. Not a pleasant room. My goodness gracious. First thing right out of the gate. Well, at least she's not crazy. Better having your stuff broken than... There we go, than crazy. Alright. Well... Come on. There we go. That's the important guy. There's another one. Are there 2? Can we tell? I think there might be 2. Oh, there it goes. Haha, she's already crazy. Oh, there's another one down there too. They just do not let up. Zoltan, take care of your mom. Okay. Let's clear the way here. We need to kind of come to a stopping point and just take stock of where we are. Alright, now it's time for some big spells. Let's show that warlock who's boss. There we go. Lucy, you get in on it. Nice. Ooh. Oh, there's another one. Oh no. Y'all have got to quit rolling low on these attack spells. Okay, I'm going to rush these guys since there's 2. And a third one, of course. That's alright, we got this. We know we do. It's a good thing we made room. They're dropping a lot of treasure anyway. I'm not mad about that. Okay. I know you all are currently insane, but, you know, you still have enchantments on. Maybe hit. There. See, there's another one of those indoor trees. Oh, my gracious. Okay. I'll do her. She'll do you. And Tommy. That. Hoo-wee. That's rough going, folks. Need one more cure weakness. Whew. Now cast Shared Life. Oh, and maybe a power cure too, honestly. Maybe a couple. See, here's another one. The 5th is twice the second, 5 letters in all, I reckon. So it's telling you, each one of these is a clue telling you what the code word is. So it's 5 letters long. and then you have to write these clues down and use that to figure out which letter of the alphabet it is. But you'll see when we get there, we don't need that. Air elementals, appropriately, like to move around a lot. Oh, man. Oh, really? Okay, well, let's just get through this. Come on, one more. Almost there. There we go. Gracious. Here we go again. Honestly, insanity is the worst status effect just because you have to cure it twice. As we found out before, even when you get turned to stone, you know, it's still only a single status effect. Okay, but here we go. Here's this message scroll. Let's see what it has to say. Letter to Garrick of Garrick's Forge. Please use your knowledge of arcane items and materials to divest this crystal of the information it contains. Use the full resources of Alamos if you have to, but do not fail me. It is imperative that I know whatever information it is the Oracle is attempting to deny me. Archibald. He has a canon voice, so like I don't know how close that was, but... Oh! Do you hear what I hear? That's what we came for. Oh! That was an elevator. Okay. I guess we're doing this now. This is not the room we were just in, because we're on the other side. Oh, okay, yep, this actually is where the... Let me go back down here. Because we still have plenty... Here we go. Plenty of stuff yet to do. There's plenty of castle left, but we will go ahead and we'll grab the memory crystal. Hanging cages. So this is just an area where if you fall down as you're going across, so that you can get back up. So, here we go. Okay, out onto this little narrow ledge, and you have to navigate along here. There we go. See, restricted area, keep out. So you have to have a password to get through this event trigger. And beyond this, at the end of this hallway down here, is where the memory crystal is at. Fortunately, I know the password. So we'll come down here and we'll grab this. And you can see here, crystal disk. Interestingly, it looks like they were trying to, like at one point, maybe had 2 of the crystals here to research before one of them was sent to somewhere else, perhaps Creekspire or Darkmoor, or maybe, you know, they're just using one machine to try and drain knowledge out of the crystal, you know, on the other one. You'll see this one, crystal disk, door, door. See, it's a little bit of a glitch, and this here says exit, even though you can't actually click and get out from here or anything like that. Now you can see there's treasure back here, but of course there's no other way into or out of that room because that is the room with the memory crystal. So, folks, we did it. We've got Crystal Beta. So now it is just all about showing the other inhabitants of this castle who's boss. We still have a door we can't open, right? We need a key there. Looks like we need to go down that hallway, and then we have a whole western section of the castle that's not even explored. Okay, plus we've got to get in this middle area. You know we do. There's got to be something in there. Is there a boss? Definitely not in the traditional sense. Of course, the entire castle is sort of a boss. But, this is... I made one pun at the beginning of this video. This is my punishment, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Alright. I deserve this. I brought this on myself. No, there is not a boss in the traditional sense. But... yes, punishment, exactly.
Okay.
To my knowledge, nothing. I guess we could go try it. I'm not sure if you can even do that, actually. If I have ever attempted that, then I do not recall the results. Yes, for science! We'll go figure it out. First, though, let's get Tommy's ugly, crazy face off there. Here we go. But yeah. There's not a traditional boss, and no, as far as I can recall, and I may be wrong, as far as I can recall, there is not even like a, whatchamacallit, like there's not even like a named warlock or something in here. Exit, crystal disc, yeah, okay, so you can't even place it. So yeah, you just can't interact with this, there's just nothing. Oh well, but we tried. I would have been interested to know, you know, if there was something like, what would it do? Okay. Let's see. That is a teleporter, I think. Wow. When did they break? Oh, his gauntlets, okay.
It's fixed.
Haha. Well, that's a very good question. I could not honestly tell you for certain. I have a few guesses. Probably because, obviously, since the older games were running on things like DOS and this was running on Windows, it doesn't have to do with hardware limitations. But a lot more work went into each of these characters than into previous characters, because even if those characters are just, you know, are just faces, just sprites, in things like Clouds of Zine or Swords of Zine, they're fairly static. And then each of these, of course, they did capture to actually make these into emotive sorts of person. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's how this comes out here. I see. There we go. But so, you know, each of these characters has so much character. They have all different animations. Each of them is voiced. And that got even more complex as we went along to like Might and Magic 7 and 8 and so forth. So I'm thinking that what happened was partly, you know, they were just revisiting like some balance questions or balance issues as they changed the game a little bit and altered the mechanics with new skills, new kinds of weapons, new levels of power and numbers of enemies. And then part of it, I would guess, and again this is just supposition, probably had to do with the complexity of the party members, because for like not rotoscoped but I guess mocapped like characters with this depth of feature, and with so many different emotions, so many different expressions, so many different voice clips, that's a lot to pack in. And so they wouldn't have wanted to manage that for 8 people versus for 4 people. I wouldn't have, for sure. Because keep in mind, too, that each of these characters has a definitive personality where, like, the voice lines and so forth are locked to the individual faces. But... there we go. I need to push that switch for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it opens that door we couldn't open earlier. But, yeah, each one of the voice sets is locked to one of the faces. But... there are still, like, a bunch of different faces and voice sets and things that we didn't use. We're only using 4 of, like, 12 or 16 or however many there are. So that being the case, they put a lot more work into it than just what's in our party. So that would be my guess. It is only a guess, but from a game dev's, like, perspective, that's probably what did it. Whew. Twister. Anti-elm, anti-elm, it's a twister. Oh, these are loud boys. I know, of course, when I'm speaking, it reduces the game volume quite a bit, but if I'm quiet for even a moment, then it comes back to full volume. So I don't know how sensitive some of you might be, but I may put like a noise warning, just because this is probably the noisiest dungeon, thanks to all of the air elementals and the spellcasters and all of the thunderclaps and lightning bolts. Just to give people a little bit of a heads up that, you know, this... if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, or if you get easily overstimulated by noise, then this is not going to be a pleasant dungeon for you. Okay. There's just so much going on in this dungeon. There we go. Okay, so that circles back around. My gosh. See, look at this. It's just layers on layers on layers on layers. There are these tunnels underneath. Oh, now who did that? Wow. From all the way down the pike, huh? Back at you. Oh my gosh. Really? Man, them low rolls. Shoot, that was close. Phew-wee. Oh, fireball trap. Oh, we don't have haste on right now. I stopped fooling with it because they kept dispelling it and making us weak. Although I should take a look and... Yes, see, look, we know we've not been doing this for 5 hours. So it's something... There may be a trap that we're walking over or some other dungeon feature that's like cutting time off of our spells. Of course, I could just be very bad at tracking game time. Maybe we have been doing this for a while, but I don't think so. Yeah, because see, look. We had like almost 12 hours on those spells, and now we have less than 3, but it's not even 2:30 in game time yet. And we slept over last night and then went to the bank, which was open at 9. Oh, well, no, maybe that does mean that it's been 5 hours. See? I'm great at math, unless it's important. and then I suddenly get very bad at it. Yeah, that's what I choose to believe. It's just, you know, this is Castle Alamos. Time moves differently here. Whew. Okay, let's see. There's that fireball trap again. And then this... Okay, comes back out to this central room. So this is where we were before. Excellent. Okay, so things are starting to link up. Okay, well, before we go any further, let's take a look at our map. We haven't done that in a while. Oh, goodness gracious. So we still have this that we haven't done. And then that big, long tunnel is going to go all the way to this end down here, and we're going to come back that way. Let's do that, and then that way we can just come down through here, and we'll get that last bit, I think. Stay to this, hugging the side of the tunnel, and that will keep the fireballs off our butts. It would be nice if the fireball traps would hit the Magyars, but unfortunately that's not the case. You know video game rules, you know, it's their trap, so they're immune to it, even if it hits them right in the face. Well...
Fixed.
Okay. Oop. Broke something again. Okay, well, it's just those gauntlets.
I don't know.
Identify failed, but she identified it, though. Again, man, they really just don't like Debbie.
Fixed.
It's because they know that she's got the power. She's got the touch. There we go. Exactly. Yeah, they're just trying to take out the biggest threat. Little do they know, everyone is the biggest threat. Yeah, the way that things kind of scurry around, and the air elementals, of course, that's part of their AI. They do like to move a lot, and they are pretty quick. The Magyars, I feel like they do move faster in here than they actually move outside of, for example, Icewind Keep. And so it honestly, very possible there legit could be some kind of gimmick to this place because it is a magical research facility.
Okay.
It's entirely possible. I won't swear to that. It's not something I've noticed or can confirm, obviously, but I kind of like to think that there's something along those lines, maybe. Just because that makes the dungeon even neater. Go. Now we can turn our attention fully this way. Whoops. Up. There we go. We're going to have to heal a little bit. Put us back in the green there. Excellent. What in the world?
It's fixed.
Huh. Broke her gauntlets of electricity resistance. I mean, if I was a lightning shooting whirlwind, I guess that's what I would aim for, right? If you're in a sword fight with a guy, you break his shield.
It's fixed.
Oh my gosh, Debbie. Wow, they broke one of her daggers. I think that's the first time that's happened. At least it wasn't Mordred. Those air elementals, they love to break stuff. Must be some big old lightning bolts. There's one. There's two. Where's the third one? There it is. It's a baby. We won't use incinerate on it. We'll just kill it with arrows. Phew, goodness. Okay, now this room basically only exists if you fall off of this so that you can get back. Let's cast a couple of cures along the way here. So it's not going to loop back, and it's too high up for the jump spell to reach. So, whoop. But we can come back around this way. It might be better, actually, if we go over here. Okay, that's up at the beginning. Let's go ahead and we'll head back and heal, I think. Cover our spell points. We are almost done with Castle Alamos.
Can we assist you?
Almost.
Luck be with you.
Let's go back here to kind of the beginning. Phew, look at that map. Look how dense it is. Phoo-wee. Shoo-wee indeed. Okay, we need to go there. Oh, and there's the hallway that goes back down to that guard room, too. We need to go that way. Alright, well. Here we are. Head back in this direction. There's some of those red dots that have been evading us. And let's see. We haven't been back to this room. We've been to all of these adjoining chambers, of course. Except for this one. Where there is, in fact... Yep, there are the other red dots. There we go. And a little bit of treasure. How did you get up here? Okay, now... over this way is the one we need to take. And... let's see, it might be above. This goes up. See, look, we're finding stuff where we don't even know. Like, I'm finding stuff by accident. That's just how dense this dungeon is. Another Magyar. I don't even know where you came from. She may have spawned behind us as we were going. Oh, okay. No, there's this other room. See, like I said, it's almost... I feel like every time I come in here, I'm relearning the dungeon for the first time. Don't want to miss this treasure chest. Don't want to miss a thing. See what we get out of that. Accuracy plus 12. Ooh, I think that's an upgrade for Zoltan over here. Yes. There we go. It's a small upgrade, but any upgrade is good, right? Here's where we got confused last time. I took the teleporter. We need to do something else. Here we go. We'll pick up kind of where we left off. Oh my gosh, see, look at all of this. Look at all of this. There's just so much to it. And so much of it doesn't even go anywhere. Like, look here, these little... That's the door. See, we flipped that switch. That's the door we couldn't open before. comes back up this way. There we go. That's the gallery. No, it really doesn't. Once you get to a certain point, the map becomes so dense that there's not really anything that you can do to better understand it. It stops kind of being useful. See, we've already gotten so turned around here. I'm gonna go there, but I honestly hardly even know how to get there. Okay, well, we'll settle for this. We need to go this way, too. Oh! Ooh, okay. Let's see if we can hit that guy. Yes, we can. Come on, guys. Roll higher than that. Well. We did what we could. There's two of them up there as part of the problem. Well, here's part of the solution. There. There's the other one. Nice, that was a good shot. I don't know if there are any more, so we'll go ahead and... Phew. Let's get rid of some of this noise, I think. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on. As long as there are no more warlocks, we'll be alright. Okay, I'm seeing sorcerers. I think I saw a magician. I'm not seeing any more warlocks yet. Okay, good. Phew. That is probably going to connect to this up here. Yes. And then that goes to this. See, and this is what I was talking about. If you fall off of this, that room underneath just exists solely to help you get back around and find your way again. You have to have someplace to land. Oh my gosh. Whew-wee. Oh, broke something of Tommy's. What? Oh, okay, it's just the staff.
I don't know.
It's all right. Get out of here. Is there another one? Yeah, let's get rid of them too. Honestly, I dislike fighting the air elementals more than the magicians and stuff because, of course, the warlocks now, they're a different problem. I don't like fighting them because of the insanity thing, but I dislike fighting the air elementals just because of the noise. Total honesty. And there is a warlock, so... You guys have got to hit. There we go. Shoo! Empty barrel, barrel of orange liquid. What are you doing? Biatch. Calm down. Okay. Sacks of floor cash. We love that. Red liquid. Who is the puniest in the arm department? That's Tommy. A shelf of cash. Hello. Well, we've retrieved the memory crystal, and so now we're just kind of cleaning up the castle because nobody else is going to do it. There's still quite a bit of treasure here is also part of the reason. And the enemies are worth decent XP, so that's something we need here at the end of the game. Want to maximize that as much as we can. Which is something, actually, I need to see, like, where we are in that department. Are we ready to... Oh, yeah, okay, everybody's ready to level up. No problem. Good. And, of course, that'll change for the positive even further once we actually have the memory crystal back in place. I think it's time to recast this, don't y'all? There, that might help. That might be one of the reasons that we're less effective than we should be. Y'all can't let our spells run out like that. We know that without Bless and Heroism, we are nothing. Nothing. Phew. Alright, it's getting a little quieter. I feel like you can almost navigate this castle by listening to the noise of the air elementals. Yeah, it's a bit of a grind, but this is an endgame dungeon, so like I'm not gonna complain. We knew when we came in here it was gonna be full of enemies. Okay, now I'm gonna complain because I'm so sick and tired of being insane. Alright, well, I guess if they want to play like that, we can play like that. Because you know what? Insanity doesn't make his Inferno spell any less powerful. Oh, I hate you. I'm coming for you, buddy. Keeping in mind, like, we're almost level 70 too, so this is a thing. Man, not for the first time. I wish that there was like some kind of a, I don't know, like a dark magic version of Ring of Fire that was kind of like the way Dragon Breath is like an upgrade of Fireball. That would be great. Alright, now I think that we can think about curing his insanity. There we go. Oh, I can just barely hit that Warlock, I think. I can see 1 pixel. Y'all know that's all we need, right? There we go. Get him, boys and girls. Ha ha ha. Who's crazy now? It's you. You were nuts. You're thinking you could step to us. Phew. My goodness gracious. Well, his little brothers definitely aren't going to be much of a challenge.
Okay.
Ah, the incessant clicking of swords and thundering of lightning bolts. Also, there's a club. Join the club. Well. Isn't this delightful? This army of Magyars. Well, we know what to do here. one of yous guys. Let's take him out ASAP. Now roll high on this, Debbie. Zoltan bonked him for more damage than she shot him with an incinerate spell. My girl! You can't be like that.
All right, we got him.
Okay, well that whittled them down pretty satisfactorily. And they didn't make us insane again in this room, so alright. Let's have Zoltan do a little bit of healing, a little bit of self-maintenance. It's just you and us now, Magyar matron. Shoo! Random window into that other room. Whew. My goodness gracious. Ah, now we know where we are, right? Okay. That goes back up there. See, and there's another row of these up there on the top. That's okay. That's what we're here for, am I right? Okay, we'll finish the one that we're on, though. Whew, okay.
That was too easy.
I think it's about time to set a new Lloyd's beacon, too. Because I do not want to get even more lost than we already are. Oh, Might and Magic 10 Legacy. Well, I'll tell you this, because I do have an opinion on the game. I have played it, and I actually quite enjoy it. It came along at a time when there were not a lot of first-person, party-based RPGs on the market that I think were kind of like this one. And I was glad for that, and I was especially glad to see that Ubisoft was continuing to work at upholding the Might and Magic legacy after they got hold of the property. And I think that as a game, Might and Magic 10, though it does have its flaws, is a pretty worthy successor to this franchise. And honestly, I mean, let's be real, it's a better game than Might and Magic 9. But I should specify, Might and Magic 9, that is not Might and Magic 9's fault, because that did happen after the Sundering, after the old universe went kaput, and, you know, they weren't doing that anymore. Or right before, I guess. And, it suffered from, like, budget cuts, bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It's a good first-person dungeon crawler. Now, if you are picky about tile-based combat, then that will be a point against it, but also you know going in, like, it's that kind of game. My biggest dislike of Might and Magic Legacy is honestly Uplay. Like, if I own that game on Steam, and I download it and I install it on my computer, it is a single-player, offline game with no multiplayer mode of any kind that I'm aware of. I should not have to sign into a second form of DRM and have an internet connection in order to play it. And, I mean, that's how Uplay works. Like, if I have the game downloaded and installed and I can't sign into Uplay, it just won't let me play my offline single-player game. So if I go visit someone with no Wi-Fi or something, no Might and Magic Legacy. Yeah, Uplay is worse than worthless. Uplay is, like, actively, I think, like, negative. And the fact that they require it for all of their games is, not a good idea. But I like the tile-based combat. I like the game overall as it is. I like the choice of classes and the way that it ties into the universe that they were working on at the time.
Very nice.
I think that it was a pretty good game. Honestly, it's pretty solid, and I would recommend it. I just don't recommend Uplay, and so therefore, like, in good conscience, because Uplay is so bad, I can't tell people to go out and like hurry and buy Might and Magic 10 Legacy and play it right now. If there was some way to get around Uplay, or if they ever got rid of that, absolutely. If you want a similar but not identical experience, another really good game that is a first-person party-based dungeon crawl that also has tile-based combat, Legend of Grimrock. Really excellent games. Very old-school feel in a good way. Definitely a fan of that, and there are 2 of them. A lot of good puzzle-based, like looking and searching, lots of hidden things to find. Yeah, I definitely recommend Legend of Grimrock. And people have done speedruns of Legend of Grimrock. People have done all different kinds of like Let's Plays and walkthroughs. You can find some of those. I've not played it, of course. Not on Twitch, but I have played them for myself, and they're really quite good. Any time that you would like to die. Thank you. This is a team sport, Magyars. I hit you and you die. That's what we all agreed to, right? More broken equipment.
It's fixed.
Oh, goodness gracious, we can't have that broken. This one first. Debbie is completely out of spell points. Yes, actually, that's another good one for mobile. The Etrian Odyssey series is actually pretty good. I recommend those as well. Okay, we have finished this hallway. Whew, my goodness gracious, y'all. Okay, so let's go back over here. And we're going to have Tommy set another beacon. Set this one. Oh, I love Wizardry. I do indeed. And Wizardry 8 is my favorite, but Wizardry 7 and 6, of course, both play right into that one. They're kind of a trilogy together, and they are just fantastic. Also, there's some Wizardry on... there was a PS2 game, Tales of the Forsaken Lands.
Be with you.
Yeah, it's not bad. There was also actually some on the Super Nintendo, if you can believe that. Just like there were also, indeed, some Might and Magic games on the Super Nintendo, too. Like Might and Magic 3 Owls of Terra was on the Super Nintendo, I believe. And Wizardry 5, I know for sure, was on the SNES, because I happen to still own an original cartridge. Okay, let's go this way. Oh no, we won't be doing that. We just filled up on spell points. No. Come on now. Real guys! There we go. Goodness gracious. I have not played Swords and Serpents, but I have played many a good old-school dungeon crawler that I still enjoy today. They've all aged quite well, honestly. Some more than others, but... Alright, let's see. Whom to kill first? You. Here we go. Those should be close enough for one of these. There we go. Oh my gosh. Like those Castlevania-style passwords, where instead of save states, you actually had to punch in like a combination of letters and symbols and things in order to get back to the level that you were on. Those are wild. A lot of old games were like that. It was their form of DRM in a way too sometimes. Like you mentioned Wizardry. I know Wizardry 7 Crusaders of the Dark Savant had a DRM system where there were protection codes that you had to type in order to prove that you owned the game. So they would tell you, you know, go to page such and such of the manual, paragraph whatever, and line such and such, and type in what have you to prove that, you know, you actually own a copy. Yeah, that's neat too. You know, just have be able to basically port your characters over to a friend's game or something. A 4-player NES game. Wow. I honestly didn't know that they had any of those. Oh yes, Betrayal in Antara. That came out around the same time as Betrayal at Krondor, I think. Ooh, sorry guys. Ooh, that was awful. My bad. Ooh. I did it again.
Didn't mean for that to happen.
Oh yeah, that's rough. Because then that's a lot of work to put in and then get nothing out of it. Yeah, they did a Return to Krondor as well. Now, I actually like Betrayal at Krondor better, but Return to Krondor was a pretty good game. See, you mentioned the DS. There was also one on there. It was called Dark Spire. Very, very old school retro dungeon crawler. That was really quite good. I enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with that, played it to death on the DS, because it was the only game out on the DS at the time that was like that, because I think it came out pre-Etrian Odyssey. I may be mistaken about that. I may just not have known about Etrian Odyssey until later, but I think Dark Spire came out first. It's pretty good. I love the minimalist graphics and everything. There, that's a little better. That's better than hitting us in the face twice with that spell, right? Oh, well, thank you. Well, I'm glad that you stopped by. I hope that you'll come back again next weekend, same time. Whew, crossbow, cash. Y'all, we are almost done with this. We're almost there. I'm at the point where I think that there might be one or two very small things we haven't done in this castle. And I just don't know if I'll go back for them. Not because I don't have the time or the energy, but because it's so convoluted getting there. Like, I don't want to take 15 minutes to find my way through the castle again to, you know, open, one treasure chest with 3 items in it. And I know, the completionist in me balks at that. I hate to even say it, but let me check our haste spell here. 37 minutes. I'll go ahead and recast that. We don't want that to wear off and make us tired. Phew, it's almost the last one of these rooms anyway. Gosh, I hope. Please don't let there be a bunch more of those. There we go. Whew, wee. Two more, one more, 2 more. Whew. Okay. Okay, y'all, we are taking care of business. We are taking care of business. Okay, we know where that is. That's one of the exits. So, okay. We have just about cleaned this place out. Is there anywhere else that we desperately need to go? I'm pretty confident that we did all of this. We know we've done all of this area, this whole section. We did the middle part down here. Okay, that's where those holes fall down through. We did the tunnels. We know we did these rooms. Okay, I think actually that's about it. Is right here. I think the only thing that we haven't done is we haven't gone back around to that guard room. And if that's it... You know it'll bother me if I don't. Let's go do it. Let's do it. If that's genuinely all that there is. Wait, what's the fastest way? Okay, I'm gonna go the way that I know. Maze of Gallius. I don't think that I've played that. I feel like I've heard of it, maybe, but I don't think... I'm pretty sure that I haven't played it. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Can we get up there? No. Okay. It's from 1987. Oh, these two people. This is Matt the banker, who does our finances, and this is Theresa the spellmaster. She helps out with the magic. Oh, this again. I should have known when I walked through there that it was going to trigger that. Oh, here we go.
It's fixed.
Something broken. There we go. There's two down. Oop. Would they break on her? Oh, gauntlets.
I don't know.
There we go. But yeah, you can have up to 2 hired NPCs in this game who give you some sort of benefit. And you can have more than 2 in the party at one time, but only 2 that you've actually picked out and hired yourself. The others are quest NPCs. And so these 2 are people that we picked out after, unfortunately, our original banker Joan and our gate master Sharon were forced to leave the party due to a quest. And so they were not replaced, but their slots were filled by these friends here. Yes. Yes, here. Yes. Haha. Ah, yep, there's the one we killed earlier. Okay. Well then. Bam. All right. Oh, friends, I think that's all of it. We did the whole castle. We did the whole Camdassel. Oh, that's it. See, now you kind of understand what I meant when I said that this place is, like, a lot more interesting than Castle Darkmoor, but it's just as difficult. Okay, well, let's not dilly-dally. Let's... That was rough. That was rough. But it's going to pay off, because you know what? Here we go. Fly. There we go. I forgot what I was looking for as I was looking for it. Don't mind me. Excuse us. Coming through. Remember, sometimes you have to turn it off and turn it back on again. If your oracle is non-functional, try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Okay, friends, folks, fam, this is it. Ah, and here, this is the Earth Crystal. Very appropriate that Tommy should be placing this one. Here we go, the last one. Y'all ready for the big moment? I'm going to do us a safety save here. There we go. That is all 4 crystals and another 100,000 experience. Shoo. Done all of those quests. Now, we should be able to go down here and actually talk to the Oracle, shouldn't we?
I've been expecting you.
And now, she actually has something to say. I am Melian, Guardian of Enroth. Thank you for replacing my memory modules. Archibald took them from here when I refused to give him any help in his battle for succession. Your timing is impeccable. The Cregan have invaded our world, and you must try and stop them. Unfortunately, Archibald's attempts at extracting information from me have damaged me enough that I cannot help you directly now. Instead, I can only give you advice. While most of the Cregan can be slain with ordinary weapons and spells, the elite guards and upper echelon breeders have tougher skin and natural defenses that protect them from anything but very powerful weapons. In the planetary control center beneath me are the weapons and armor you will need to survive battle with the enemy. My orders, however, will only permit passage to someone with a control cube. My instruments tell me that the only control cube left in Enroth can be found somewhere underground in Dragon Sand. Well, folks, that's a lot. That's a lot, but hey, you know what? If nothing else, we have a destination, right? And we also have a name for our enemy. We've called them devils, we've called them demons, but now we know they are actually called the Cregan. So it sounds to me like we need to get a control cube. Well, we only have one quest, so there's no excuse not to go straight there. So that's what we'll do next time. For sure. We're going to have to go into Dragon Sand, a place that we have kind of avoided because of the many, many dragons that live there. And we're going to have to find a control cube so that we can get these weapons that Melian is talking about in order to defeat the Cregan once and for all. Yes, I assume that slaying some dragons will probably feature somewhere in that task. But we'll see what happens next time. We did it! We did it! We recovered all 4 memory crystals. The Oracle is functional again, or at least mostly functional. And while it works on repairing itself, we're going to have to save the world. So, we'll do that next Saturday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York and Miami time, here in the United States. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe on Twitch. Go over, subscribe on YouTube. Give me a like in both places. You know, turn on notifications so that you don't miss a stream or a YouTube upload. And of course, both of those places are linked back to one another and to my other social media. So below here on my channel and below the video upload on YouTube. And in my header, you'll be able to find links to my Facebook page, to my Twitter, and to my Pillow Fort if you use Pillow Fort. So, thank you so much for joining me. I had fun. That was another really big dungeon. We did great. And I'm hype. This is the end game, y'all. There's only a couple of things left to do in Might and Magic 6, so I hope that you will join me for those as well. I will see you next time, and as always, thanks for playing.